I think the match was won in the power play itself by Rajasthan Royals, Pritham.
Even in IPL 2015, 3 overs, 5 for 1 is not acceptable.
Jamie Overton, why did he play? He's going for plenty, and why is he bowling in the power play?
Again, I will say your strength is your spin. 12 overs of spin, you have quality spinners plus 2 of Rachin Ravindra.
We spoke about it in our previous video as well. When it comes to batting, we would want to see Conway and Ritu, a combination that worked for Chennai Super Kings.
That it's going to be a long season for CSK. I don't want to be proved true, but unfortunately, 3 games into the season, it is looking that way.
Magnificent catch. Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot.
Picks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries.
Hello and welcome to Cric It with Badri. It's another episode of Cric Debate. This video is presented to you by DIVO News. We have Pritham with us. Hi, Pritham.
Hi, Badri. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Another loss for the 5-time champions Chennai Super Kings against the Rajasthan Royals. The better team won. Again, we have to say Rajasthan Royals playing in Guwahati played really good cricket. I think the match was won in the power play itself by Rajasthan Royals, Pritham. They got close to 80 runs in the power play when they were batting. And CSK, they got to 42, yes. But the first 3 overs, they just got 5 runs for 1 wicket. It's not the sort of power play you want to have in IPL 2025, Pritham.
Absolutely not. And even in IPL 2015, 3 overs, 5 for 1 is not acceptable. And the game has moved on so much that teams are scoring 40 and 50 in the first 3 overs. And yesterday, Gujarat scored 66 in the first 6 overs. So I think the game has moved on. CSK is stuck in some very, very old age. And the coach gets upset if you question him about the lack of intent. But I think there's two issues here, Badri. You're right. The game was lost in the batting and bowling power play. But I feel the game was also heavily tilted towards Rajasthan when Chennai won the toss and put Rajasthan into bat. 3rd consecutive time. They didn't chase easily with Mumbai. They struggled and won. Lost comprehensively to RCB. And again, a chase. Your batting is not your strength. Your bowling is better than your batting. I wouldn't even say it's a strength. Your bowling is better than your batting. So why are you trying to chase 9 and 10 and over? You don't have the ammunition to do that. That is my bigger concern. And the team selection. So there's 3 very, very big issues that need to be addressed fairly quickly. Otherwise, the season is slipping away very, very fast.
Yeah, those are the things we're going to discuss in this video, Pritham. Yes, but I, for one, personally don't believe much in tosses because if you had lost the toss, probably you would have bowled first anyway. The dew was a factor. Rutraj mentioned a toss that dew might come in, so I'm looking to bowl first. But bowling first is one thing, but then the execution is another part. I think the spinners, apart from, Noor Ahmed, Ashwin didn't have a great day. He went for plenty, especially against Nitish Rana, who batted really well. Jadeja was under-bowled. Two overs only he bowled. He didn't go for much, but then why not his overs were completed? That's another question. Positives, Patirana bowled really well and Noor Ahmed bowled really well towards the end. At one stage, it looked like it was going to go for 230, 240, but then they pulled it back to 180. But still, Ashwin needs to pull up his socks. Jamie Overton, why did he play? He's going for plenty, and why is he bowling in the power play? These are the questions that I want answer for.
Okay, you gave him 1 over, but you gave him 2 overs. The 1 over should be enough, and he went for 14 or 15. I don't know how many he went for. He went for 30 in 2 overs. So why did you persist with him in the 2nd over? Now, I will not... again, I will say your strength is your spin. 12 overs of spin, you have quality spinners plus 2 of Rachin Ravindra. You didn't go to that again. Jadeja bowled 2 overs, Ashwin 4, Noor 4. So you bowled 10 overs out of a possible 14. I still think somebody like a Ravindra needs to be used. You don't need Overton. Play Conway. You got to get your best 11 on the park for the next 11 games. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. Right now, you're not getting your best 11 out there. And Ruturaj, yet again, is not using his spinners the way they should be used. And somebody needs to call it out. His captaincy, I'm sorry to say, has been below par after the first game.
Yeah, we spoke about it in our previous video as well. When it comes to batting, we would want to see Conway and Ritu, a combination that worked for Chennai Super Kings. We want to see that at the top of the order, along with Rachin Ravindra at number 3. This is what we had called for. When it was batting power play, Pratham. 3 overs, just 5 runs for 1 wicket, Pratham. I just can't get over this. I'm still trying to get over this, Pratham. At a stage where teams are getting 80, 90, 100, 120, 3 overs, 5 runs. I think you just lost it there. Jofra Archer bowled brilliantly against Sachin Ravindra to get him out. But Tripathi looked clueless against the pace and bounce of Jofra Archer. This was the honest truth.
Honest truth. The same Jofra Archer went for 76 against the Sunrisers because the intent was there from Abhishek and from Ishan Kishan and Travis Head. There was no intent. And like you rightly said, Tripathi couldn't lay bat on ball. He was absolutely struggling. He was late on the shots with, especially when Jofra was bowling. I think there is also issue, it's just not the intent, Badri. There is an issue with the quality of the batting. Vijay Shankar, Tripathi, Deepak Hooda, none of these guys would have been picked by other teams. There were so many uncut gems literally in the auction that weren't picked. And that is coming back to bite the Chennai Super Kings. That formula worked for you in 2015. Formula worked for you in 2011. If you're going to go with the same formula, the world is catching up, and you have to reinvent yourself. And I think this is going to be a very, very long season. I said this on our IPL preview show that it's going to be a long season for CSK. I don't want to be proved true, but unfortunately, 3 games into the season, it is looking that way.
Some strong words from Pratham, an avid cricket follower and an honest supporter of Chennai Super Kings, saying that it's going to be a long season. It is really sad to say, but all was not negative even in batting. I think MS Dhoni cameo in the end was really nice to see. He almost took the game away. His partnership with Ravindra Jadeja was quite crucial. I think Shivam Dube's catch, Riyan Parag took, that was a turning point in the match. But then a word on Rajasthan Royals as well, Pratham. They played really good cricket. Hasaranga back in the 11. I had called for it when I was speaking for Star Sports that Hasaranga and Tikshana have to play. He bowled really well. The catching was brilliant. Sandeep Sharma, that over against MS Dhoni was brilliant. Jofra Archer at the top. It was all working for Rajasthan Royals. They got their first win and they are on the board here as well.
Absolutely, and the catching was brilliant. You mentioned catching; they were brilliant. Hetmeyer's catch of Dhoni, and I think it was Parag who took Dube. Small margins, Badri, but huge difference because that saved the game for them. Whereas Overton dropped a sitter of Hetmeyer when he was in 3, and Hetmeyer went on to score 17. Misfield on the boundary, couple of boundaries came of Ashwin's bowling, and I think it was an overall frustrating day. The fielding has definitely been below par. Now you can worry about the quality of the batting, but fielding, I don't think there's any excuse. You cannot catch like this. IPL is basically international standard, and if you're not really fielding at that level, you'll be found out. And again, CSK were found out on the field today. And I think there's 4-5 days before the next game, something needs to really happen for CSK to beat DC because they are coming unbeaten into Chennai in a few days' time. It's going to be a really tough matchup. A lot of headaches for Chennai, and I don't think we have the solutions, to be completely honest.
Don't have the strong words once again. CSK are having butterfingers. 2 games in a row, they've been having butterfingers. Sachin Ravindra misfielded a simple, straightforward ball that cost them 3 runs. Jamie Overton dropped a sitter. Hetmeyer went on to score 17 from 7. We can add 10 runs there. So, but the difference between CSK and Rajasthan Royals was just 7. So that tells you the story, how big these small things can make.
Absolutely. And I also want to make a point, Badri. I don't know if you guys made this on commentary. Jadeja is striking the ball well. Jadeja needs time. He cannot go from ball 1, but if you give him 15 balls, he will strike it well. MS is striking the ball well despite coming in late. Is there a case for Jadeja and MS to move 1 spot up the order because you're not getting absolutely nothing from people like Hooda and Vijay Shankar and Tripathi? So why not go back to your old war horses, trust them one last dance, give them time in the middle, place up the order. Surely if they had batted 1 spot higher, each of them, that 7 runs could have been bridged. I definitely feel that very strongly.
Yeah, why not? They are striking really well. And from such an almost unwinnable situation, the partnership between Dhoni and Jadeja almost took Chennai Super Kings over the line. But why not? Why are you putting yourself under pressure when you have quality batsmen with tons of experience playing those finisher roles? One left-hander, Jadeja, who's a good runner between the wickets, and Dhoni, perhaps in his prime, was the best finisher ever, but still in a very a smaller role towards the end overs, he's still good enough, is what you're saying, right, Pratham?
Absolutely. And I think Ruturaj did his job as a batsman. See, I think he scored 63 or 43. He did the best he could. He's not a big striker, but I think the key for CSK has to be that Ruturaj opens and bats through 16, 17, 18 overs, and the others bat around him. I think if Ruturaj was at the other end, and Dhoni and Jadeja had come up one place higher, this chase definitely was on. But I think I'm very, very surprised, Badri, that for a team that has got their tactics spot on over the past so many years, second consecutive game, their tactics were off, and that squarely has to fall on the coach, and whether it's the batting coach, the head coach, or the captain, it is definitely on them, because to us sitting outside, it seems obvious that players like Jadeja and Dhoni, if they come up one spot higher and bat around Ritu, that gap could have been bridged. So something needs to be done about that.
Yeah, let's wait and watch. Ruturaj mentioned that the flight back home is going to be a long one. But they have a long break as well, 5 clear days before they play the next game against the Delhi Capitals in Chepauk.
Unbeaten Delhi Capitals.
But we will be covering, of course, yes, against the Delhi Capitals who are playing such good cricket. But we will be covering all the matches as well, and whatever is happening in IPL. So thank you, Pratham, for coming on Cricket with Badri and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you, Badri. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Pratham. Once again, this video was presented to you by DAFA News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon as well. Whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Thank you, guys. See you soon with a lot more content. Bye.